Welcome back to Stronger You. All right. Y'all tune in. Bring it in, my beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. We got some good stuff we're going to talk about today. What you got stirring up in the pot today, Cole? What we talking about?
One of the things that I wanted to touch on today was being strong mentally, and we touched on last time, being strong mentally and physically is very important. We are living in a society right now where most people want to follow social media. It's making a lot of our women have body dysmorphia because they're looking at social media, Instagram, Facebook, and they're seeing all these filters and people getting into surgeries, and it's making them feel like they're less than. What we want to talk about is being comfortable in your skin. So being comfortable in your skin means being comfortable and being happy with what you have going on with you, regardless of how anybody feel about you. Your boyfriend, your husband, your family, your friends. It's all about taking care of you and being comfortable in your own skin. Daisha, what do you have to add on that social media hype that's making women feel like that they're not good enough?
So when we talk about social media, I mean, that is even farther into the whole idea of body dysmorphia. Let's take it back a notch, even outside of social media. So a lot of my clients are hard on themselves because of social media. But even before social media, I'll use myself as an example. I've always been on the thinner end, so I've always been told I was too small, I was too skinny, I was too muscular. And hearing those things growing up really made me self-conscious about myself. And so my body dysmorphia came way before the idea of social media. So imagine already having those insecurities based on what people told me about myself, and then topping it off with the world of social media. Can you imagine mixing those insecurities, whether it be coming from your family, whether it be coming from childhood traumas, into this world of social media that says this is what perfect looks like, this is what good enough looks like, this is what the choice person looks like. So you take things from your past, from ones that may even be close to you, and you add it with this idea of perfection that doesn't seem like it can be attained naturally. And what do you do with that?
Exactly. And like you said, a lot of stuff is from upbringing. I can remember growing up and being called dark. That was too dark. That was a big issue, and what I took from that was I wasn't beautiful because I had darker skin. So it's even more in debt with, it's more than just your weight. It's more than what we think it is. We're starting our children out telling them things like they're too dark, they're too heavy, they're too skinny, and this sticks with you. Like Daisha said, way before social media was big. Way before social media was big for me, when I was growing up, having a big butt was not acceptable. And everybody was taking Dexatrim and trying to get skinny and running the way off.
By the time I went to school, my lack of butt was disgusting.
So you see, it's just like the world changed. It's changed, but it's all stemming to loving yourself, being comfortable in your own skin. If you're not comfortable in your own skin, it is hard to be accepted by others because people feed off of how you carry yourself. They know when you have insecurity, and they will take that insecurity and they will use it as a weakness for you.
I think for me, I've always had that insecurity, no matter how I carried myself. It didn't matter how good I was on the track, in every aspect of my life. I've basically been told that, I didn't meet the status quo. And it wasn't from my friends, so to say, but it was in the dating world, I think, mostly. And because the people that I liked weren't attracted to my body style, I was really hard on myself.
And I have a lot of women that I work with personally, and I hear that, and I'm constantly teaching them, hey, love yourself, hey, take care of yourself, because a man will tell you that you too fat, and they will cheat behind your back with a fat woman. They will tell you that you're too skinny, and they might cheat behind your back with a skinny woman. So in reality, it is, what do you feel? How do you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror? And that's what it comes down to. I've had issues because I felt like my legs were too big. And then when I got into the competition world, you'll get on stage and then they'll tell you, hey, you need to work on your shoulders. Get your shoulders a little bit bigger. Hey, you need to cut your legs down. Okay, I was born with these legs.
Right. I think ultimately what it comes down to is finding a place or getting to a place. And sometimes, unfortunately, it takes hitting rock bottom for you to look yourself in the mirror and say, look, this is it. This is what God gave me. If I don't have the body that I want, I have to work hard to get that body. And that body may not be the perfect body. But if I've worked on it to get it to where it is, then that makes it perfect. You get what I'm saying?
And what you saying that too, Daisha, people need to stop looking on the internet saying, oh, I want to look like her. No, you were built different than that person in some type of way. You need to look like you. You need to love you. You need to accept you.
Life has become so much more enjoyable now that I'm not trying to live up to what other people say I should be. I'll never be 130 pounds. I mean, I was 150 pounds pregnant, but as soon as that baby came out of my woo-ha, I was right at 110.
Woo-ha, woo-ha.
You get what I'm saying? Woo-ha. You know? Because that's me.
Genetic makeup.
That's the strongest version of me.
Exactly.
And being you naturally is the strongest version of you, which is what we're here to talk about. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so it's like, listen, if you want someone who's 130 pounds, voluptuous, D cups, that ain't it. That ain't me. Bye-bye. You know?
And
I'm not
it's so much
up to
more
that.
to a person than their image. You have to get to know a person, get to know their personality, get to know their likes and their dislikes. All of that on the outside is just minor.
And it will deteriorate.
It will deteriorate at some point. A body will deteriorate.
If you're not with someone, or if you're not hanging around someone because the things are on the inside, whew, good luck to you.
The relationship is not going to last long. And that can be friendship, that can be marriage, that can be relationships with family members.
Mm-hmm.
People need to accept you for who you are, but most importantly, you need to accept yourself.
Exactly. Yep. So, hey, I think that's bottom line. That's the perfect way to wrap it up.
Accepting yourself, being comfortable in your skin, loving you, love on you, take care of yourself, go get your pedicures, your manicures, do your hair, work out. Even if you get your body makeover, still work out to take care of your heart.
And just be as strong
And
as
just
you
be
possible.
as strong as you possible.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it. That's another episode of Strong